Tippy top of the morning to you, laddies. It's me, very serious United States President William Howard Taft. Today's video on the little game that we love called Minecraft is a little bit more serious. You see, recently, pretty much all across the Minecraft community, a bunch of fires seem to kind of all be raging at once. Our first of many fires that we will talk about today begins with this one right here. Initially, kind of an unsuspecting Minecraft ad on TikTok. As we can see here, we have Minecraft Java in Bedrock, the familiar art dead center in the middle, so that kind of all checks out and is normal. But the problem here, now this is a little one that got quite a bit of circulation on Twitter, and then YouTubers like Phoenix SC ended up talking about it. So you might have heard about this one a little bit here, but it's very weird. So rewinding things a little bit here, a couple of weeks ago, while Bedrock was basically imploding on itself, Minecraft stepped out of the darkness to... Oh, no, they didn't acknowledge the update initially. Instead they decided to promote their AI add-on. Now this add-on here, we've talked about it a couple of times now. It's for Minecraft Education Edition, but it seems to be a fully official Mojang created thing. Now, whenever the word AI is brought up nowadays, it's a little bit spicy. The big thing to know, there are multiple different kinds of AI. Generative AI, the kind of AI that you can use to generate things, like a picture, that's the no bueno, very bad for the earth, and not exactly the most beautiful creation. This AI right here that Mojang has released is definitely not the generative AI. Instead, it's more along the lines of training a mob how things work and showing them what to do inside of the game. Kind of strange, maybe a little bit pointless if you ask me. Also, seeing as this thing is seemingly marketed towards those who are a little bit younger, perhaps this will all lend a hand towards the further normalization of AI as a whole, but I don't know. Either way, this in itself isn't necessarily the biggest issue in the world. Instead, just a little bit of a why moment, and a super duper tone-deaf timing when it comes to the promotion of this thing on their Twitter. This is where I think the initial AI fire when it comes to Mojang was sparked. Boom! Fast forward a little bit and now we have this. Initially, the middle, it's good, but as we start to look in our peripherals, the upper one, the lower one, oh my god, the lower one, what the heck is going on here? It's kind of funny, we have this cutoff where initially the top of this image would be. You can see it right in here where my cursor is with the cloud. It goes from straight to like random generic cloud look. Yeah, so this image right here is the initial original version of that Java and Bedrock art, except you change the logo out a little bit. We can see Steve, Alex, and that other dude flying. There's like F and Nor, I don't know, somebody else over there. It's a quite beautiful scene as a whole, and it's brand new. I'm pretty sure it was debuted at some point this year, and it replaces this iconic old classic one. This art right here, very clearly, definitely created by a real, living, breathing human, or a team of them. This version of the art right here, though, beyond the initial part that is definitely real, gets a little bit strange. Those clouds aren't in Minecraft, and the rail, that sticks out like a sore thumb. The hole in the cliff. What the flip is that in the water? Did Minecraft just leak at the next update? It's an anchor or a sinking boat. What kind of block is that making the bridge? Is that a slab of meat on top of a stone? What the flip? And that flower thing on the cactus, dude, that doesn't even look like Spring to Life. What the heck? Now, seeing as right down here, we can see this is an official Minecraft ad on TikTok. Well, gosh golly, that's not the bueno at all. You see, Mojang has gone on record a couple of times saying, yeah, AI, generative AI specifically, we don't really like that, and we don't plan to use that in, like, the future of Minecraft. Updates, promotion, art, anything like that. But this ad right here, seemingly fully legitimate, has started to raise a little bit of concern. This ad right here, run on TikTok, seemingly from the official Minecraft account, definitely is using AI here. But is it Mojang? Well, actually, thankfully, maybe not. But at the same time here, I don't think it has been fully debunked that this definitely isn't Mojang, so we kind of never know. But as we can see here over on Twitter, thanks to this community note, you can actually review TikTok ads that are run by the official Minecraft account. If we slide into the ad finder on TikTok and look at the ads that the official Minecraft account has been running, well, instead, at least over the past couple of months, they're all pretty much the same thing. The same thing instead being the slow zoom out of pigs on a wheel with some chickens and a bunch of other wheels. It seems like a minecart update, then it just says shape your world. We never see that other image. Now, the problem here is because this is an image ad, like it's just a photo, will it necessarily show up inside of the videos? Debatable. Unfortunately, here you would think TikTok would be better about this, or maybe you wouldn't. But we could target specific countries and then look at ad types here, so we should be able to select photo ads, but unfortunately, that's not even an option. We could also go ahead and change our sorting date here to see like, maybe something is different in here. Unique users. Which, this is kind of crazy that Microsoft is paying for ads that are seen from somewhere between 1,000 to 10,000 people for the biggest game in the world. Isn't there like a better way that we could probably be using funds? According to many people online, this is definitely not an official Mojang ad, but I've done a lot of digging over the past couple of days, and I can't find the actual source as to, like, the proof that it's not from Mojang. I do know that TikTok has this little weird, bizarre feature where if you have an image and then you place it down, it can sometimes try and use generative AI to just fill in the rest of the screen for you, so maybe that's what went down here, and this could be official Minecraft, but TikTok slapping in the AI, either way, it's a mess. This initially popped up on Twitter November 26th, like days ago now, and has quite a bit of traction. But that's not the only fire that Mojang has allowed to burn for a little too long recently. No. The update situation. Oy, mama. Ever since the 1.21.110 up, no, the 120 update, I'm sorry. They gotta fix this numbering scheme. Ever since 1.21.120, Bedrock Edition has kind of been imploding. This is another one that we've talked about in a couple of different videos. I showed off a bunch of the issues, so if you want to know about it, check out that. There's a playlist on the end card. Long story short, our last update, at least as of the recording of this video, was November 24th, 2025, so a couple of weeks ago now, where they said that they are still working on fixing the update, and then fixed a lot of the update. And granted, Bedrock Edition does seem to be running a little bit better now, but I am definitely still seeing comments talking about how they still can't play the game, their worlds have gone missing, and they're just gone forever. And what does Mojang say about maybe your world that you spent hard, earned sweat, tear, blood making for like a year and a half? Yes, well, they decided to just not acknowledge that worlds have gone deleted for a lot of people. Nice. Now, obviously, I don't know, sometimes bugs happen, things slip through the crack, and update obviously was never intended to be quite messy. The biggest thing that kind of is a thorn in my side to me is the fact that there has been no communication, or at least was no communication from official Mojang, aside from small bug fix changelogs. See, this is kind of the frustrating thing to me because you have this massive social account, the Minecraft Twitter, their Instagram, and for like weeks, players on Bedrock Edition were left stranded with almost nothing from the developers until November 21st. When they released the final hotfix from the official Minecraft account, they finally said, hey, we know there's some problems, take a look at this changelog, we gotta get some attention to it. See, it's no help, really, if we have a developer's note inside of a changelog, but nobody even really realizes the changelog is there, at least in the grand scheme of people. And the communication on the update, and really the Paul revering to the people is left to, like, YouTubers, which maybe is not the greatest thing. Current day resolved to this situation in Fire, I don't know. Like, they communicated a little bit more, but still, I'm seeing people say that their update in game is completely busted. It's been a couple of weeks now, and we seem to be gearing towards the release of the Mounts of Mayhem drop with the Unbalanced Spear. Perfect on Java, unbalanced on Bedrock. I'm so sorry, Bedrock gang. Little note that I'd like to say on this one, remember guys, don't send any hate to any specific developer anywhere. They're all trying as hard as they can. Nobody ever wanted any of this mess to happen with the update. The feedback website. This is the website that Mojang heavily promotes and talks about and says, hey, you know, if you have ideas for the game, maybe go ahead and like put them on the feedback site and then we'll take a look at them. As you probably know, over on Bedrock Edition right now, they're undergoing a whole UI overhaul. Now, for the most part, the UI overhaul is, well, it's divisive. It's really spaced out and I don't know. It's a work in progress. But the big one here that they collected a bunch of feedback on only to pretty much leave it as is this screen right here. Oh, and I can't even use this button. It's fully disabled now. Great. So our problem here is this brand new screen. The aesthetic of itself, I think, is actually quite beautiful. We have this pop-up here popping up and telling me about players. The issue is our buttons here. Resume game, of course, very important, but is it? I have a shortcut, like a bound key, where I could just hit it, tap escape to go right back to the game, so maybe that button isn't even the most important one. We have save and quit. That's super important. But add-ons right here. The big weird no-no here that pretty much everyone pointed out immediately to Mojang is the fact that the settings button has been moved from a main button to a tiny little square down there that you kind of have to like tap on to know what it actually is. You know, settings so we can adjust everything has been delegated to the same importance of screenshot and check out your achievements. To make this worse, it seems that if you're having trouble connected to the marketplace, well, one of your buttons just does nothing. The big problem for me here when it comes to this button, the thing that leaves a little bit of a sour taste in my mouth here is, well, it's not really the feedback thing. The developers can take the feedback, but that doesn't mean they have to listen to it. Instead, it's the messing with muscle memory here. Always below resume game was the settings button. Now, if you're like used to playing the game, you got to mess with your settings. You're going to pause the game, quickly tap on this, and you're sent right into the marketplace where you can like spend your old current cash. You know, something like that. The marketplace in itself isn't a problem. I think it's kind of a nice thing. You know, you could expand your game. It's accessible to everyone, whatever. It's more so just the hardcore pushing of the marketplace, swapping the buttons around and putting something that is very important all the way down here and putting the marketplace button right where that button basically used to be. Also, it's kind of like a lame-o that, like, dude, don't you want to promote the brand new update? We could totally get animated play button that is themed around each button, but no. Instead, we just get the only exciting buttons, if you will, are the buttons on the main menu that lead you to spend money. So round, purple, that's a little bit more fun, but then, whoa, baby, look at the marketplace and how beautiful Minecraft looks with all of those things. Yeah, that's the most enticing one by far. Like, come on. I still haven't forgot earlier this year when they were teasing the updates, promoting the drops like pretty much perfectly, and then they went ahead and started teasing add-ons from the same account in the same way. I will never forget. That was painful. Add-ons aren't really the problem. It's maybe this slight hardcore promotion of the add-ons that is starting to leave a sour taste in many different players' mouths. And then, the final fire that I suppose we'll talk about today is a little bit of a more broad one and one that isn't really fixable. It has to do with this new update system. It's safe to say that the new update system, it's not exactly universally loved. For every person out there like me that loves the drops, there is at least one person out there that misses the giant updates. And don't get me wrong, like that's kind of me as well. I do miss the giant updates, but I like the faster content. It's what Minecraft needs. I think if many of the other fires weren't currently lit, the update thing would be less of an issue. Instead, it seems like because of maybe all of these other issues that are happening right now, lack of communication and so on, people are just mad at Minecraft as a whole, so they're kind of coming at everything. I keep seeing people call the drop system basically the mob variant system here because over the past year or so, out of all of the updates and things that have been added to the game, a big common theme here is new variants for mobs that kind of already existed. And in some cases, the variants are basically just a texture difference. Also, again, I'm seeing a lot of people point out the whole issue with feedback, where they're being offered a lot of valuable feedback and then taking almost none of it. And then even drops that feel a little bit like half-baked and finished, slightly rushed. Take, for example, the Spring to Life update. This is like the most notable one that I always see people talking about. Inside of the desert, the warm biomes, we got all of this ambiance, and it's pretty crazy and everything. Then we got the firefly bush and the cactus flower and all this stuff for the warm biomes. But then for the cold biomes, all we got are some, well, according to some people, measly mob variants. No ambiance, anything like that. What I'm trying to say here is oftentimes the drops throughout this year, though they have been good, they've felt a little bit maybe rushed or unfinished. To some people. I want to clarify that, to some people. The biggest thing to me that makes me sad about the drop system is how well they cooked with the Spring to Life promotion. Like, all of the teasers, the hype, it was through the roof. And then, after that, the 3 next drops of the year, no more teasers, no more super crazy hype, and not even spreading out of the features. We get like 1-2 big snapshots. Earlier this year, I definitely said it in some videos, I was so hyped because it seemed like Mojang finally learned how to like promote their updates and generate a ton of excitement around them. And then they stopped using the system that was literally perfect. I don't know, man. Maybe I can cook up a video on drops and like more of what I think of them in the future. Let me know if you want that. If you haven't yet, tap like, subscribe. That'll always let me know. Long story short, out of everything we've talked today, it all amounts to a lot of controversy in the Minecraft community. In fact, it's kind of crazy. It's throwing me back to how it was during the 1.19 update, the wild update, with the update that just was missing a bunch of the features that they showed off and just lack of communication in general, and aha, there it is. So I never like to just make the video and complain and not talk about how things could be fixed, right? Just empty complaining is not really productive or helpful at all in my eyes. The fix here that Mojang could really use is, well, it's something along the lines of this that they did like shortly after I had dropped the video and we were talking about how Mojang needs to communicate on this broken update. Communication. It's a beautiful word. Don't get me wrong, the Minecraft social account, I love these random memes that don't seem to mean anything or whatever. I do think a little bit of stepping in here and there instead of just random memes that don't seem to mean very much would be very beneficial right now. You take a look at a game like Hytale that is up and coming right now, and what Simon has been doing on Twitter, their lead developer, just being so active and transparent, talking with the people, giving information and everything like that. I mean, this is like perfection and beautiful. This next year, I think, could be a very major turning point for Minecraft with some very serious competition coming up. They've got to get back to promoting their updates the right way and communicating with the community that desperately wants to just hear from the developers and see what they think, and that also just really wants to be acknowledged. The thing that kind of burns so much here with it is that they used to be so good at communication, promoting things, teasing things, little screenshots, hype, and it seems like for seemingly an unknown reason, it just has all gone out the window. Anyway, though, what do you think? Do you have extra insight? Let me know down below. Thank you all for watching. It genuinely makes me sad to see all of this controversy around Minecraft because I just love the game so much, and of course I want it to thrive and succeed, and I don't know. It's just kind of a bummer. Side note, I hope everyone's Thanksgiving was beautiful, and, well, that's it. I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.